All right now. What's up, CDP? All right. What's up, CDP? What's up, Catherine Powell? Who else is in the house? I said I gotta come on at 10 o'clock because I gotta meet my moderator on tomorrow. I gotta meet my moderator tomorrow. Oh yes, I got a special moderator coming to visit me. So what's up, Darcina Denise? What's up, Jay Parrish? What's going on, y'all? Oh, it's a lot going on. So let me go ahead and get to it. What's up, Diving Deeper? Let me go ahead and get to it. Um, so the word on the street is VS is supposed to be coming to Vegas. Oh my God, the more the merrier. Isn't that something else? Everybody come. You got a Vegas trip, and you got a Vegas trip, and you got a Vegas trip. So y'all come on to Vegas. Now, if you still want to go ahead and get your rooms, we still are going to do that. So if you want to come to Vegas, go ahead at yespitchalady@gmail.com. Get your room and come on to Vegas. The more the merrier. Now, I did not. Some people said that Ness got triggered. I didn't see that. All I did hear was that VS is coming to Vegas, and I don't see what's wrong with that. If people want to come to Vegas, let folk come to Vegas. I mean, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? The more the merrier. I mean, didn't we have three people on the cruise? So now we got three groups coming to Vegas. Hallelujah, yes. So that's all I got to say about it. Somebody said child Ness sneaking behind the scenes asking Wiley. Asking Wiley about what? Asking Wiley about what? Now I heard somebody say that she was triggered, but I didn't go and watch because again, y'all, I'm just getting in. Somebody did email me to let me know that VS said that she was coming to Vegas, and that's great. Bobby said, I hope VS goes. I wish I was going. I would like to visit with everyone. I think that would be real sweet. Ness is screaming. What is Ness screaming about? Whosoever will, let him come, let him come. Whosoever will, let him come. Okay? That's all I got to say. Let people come, okay? There may be an audience that will come for VS that may not come for me or Ness, but they'll come for VS. So that's it. If Shane triggered Ness, show enough screaming. Well, okay. We'll let people come to Vegas. I mean, when you got something good and you got sponsors and things and paying for hotel rooms and champagne and sweets and things, shoot, you shouldn't be worried about us, Jay, bringing all the folks down to Vegas. Well, let me say this. I think maybe around about 10 people may be coming to Vegas. But like I said, it don't matter to me. We're gonna do what we need to do, and I'm gonna be in Vegas. And so I think it may be around 10 people, but it is what it is. And here we are. We ready. Like I said, it was a quick trip, and we got people. Rick Reed put QB in a corner today. Oh, I heard that Rick was talking to QB, and so I think that's really interesting. What was he talking about, Hershey? I did see Rick Reed's title. I just didn't get into it. Like I heard that VS is supposed to be coming to Vegas. Now I heard the people say that Ness was unhinged and screaming, but I think that's crazy. I mean, Vegas is Vegas. What's up, Nikki? Well, I think content creators should go. I think it'll give people some content. It'll be a lot of eyes on Vegas, and I don't see what's bad about it. And some people may not come because I'm going. They may not go because Ness is going, but they may come for VS. So those people that I cannot capture, another content creator may be able to capture. QB said Rick Reed bullying Rodney and Rebel. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. And so Rick Reed is slapping and snapping back. Okay, interesting. Well, you all, I think it's going to be an interesting trip. I have not seen Ness, so I didn't see her. I mean, how was she spazzing out? Y'all said she was snapping. I mean, and she was coming unhinged. What she say? What she say? I mean, what was she saying and stuff? What's she saying and stuff? I mean, I'm coming to Vegas, and VS might be coming to Vegas, and I think the more the merrier. Okay, I mean, more content, more people going to Vegas. So, I mean, did she snap? Is she crying? I mean, what's going on? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is she triggered? And I know she ain't triggered by VS because VS is going. So why is she triggered by that? Especially when you got all of the major sponsors behind your event. So, well, y'all, I got a story to tell. I, hmm, I brought up Ness and VS first. I really did because I really have a story to tell you all. And do y'all want me to tell a story? It's deep, and I'm going to change the name to protect the person's identity. But I do have a story to tell, and it happened today. Um, so, do y'all want to hear the story? I'm telling you, it's not what you think, but I'm gonna tell this story. Dobbin said yes. Okay, Dobbin, I'm gonna tell this story, baby. Let me get myself together here. Okay. You never know how God is going to use you in a situation. And I know that I come on here and shoot the breeze and roast and gag and stuff. Um, I know I have done that. But again, this is entertainment. But I was leaving a relative house today, and I could have taken another route, but for some reason I took a route, and I seen someone I knew from high school, and I doubled back because I grew up with this person. We went to elementary school, middle school, and high school. I knew and I know this person's family. And y'all, when I doubled back, the person looked like a skeleton. They was on drugs so bad. They was at a corner store, and they was on drugs so bad. So when I pulled up in the truck, they called my name out, and I called their name out. And I'm like, man, how you doing? And the person said, I'm on that stuff. My God, today. He said, I'm on that stuff. He said, I lost my mama. I lost my sister. And I'm getting ready to lose my wife because, she's divorcing me. And I'm on that stuff real bad. Oh my God, y'all. And I said, okay. I said, but you're alive. And I said, I knew who you were. I recognized who you were. And I said, and I hadn't seen you in a long time. And I said, I knew we grew up together and everything. And I said, well, I just wanted to know how you were doing. I said, so do you need anything? Do you need anything? He was on drugs. When he said I'm on that stuff, he means he's on drugs, Rico. He's on drugs. And when somebody say I'm on that stuff and you live in Florida, you know he on drugs. Now I don't know if it was Flocka, I don't know if it was crack, I don't know if it was meth, I don't know if it was but I know that he on that stuff. And I know stuff means, as the old people say, dope. So he said, well, you got some cash. I said, I don't carry cash on me. I said, and I can't help you with cash because I don't have any cash. But I said, I want you to go in the store and I want you to get what you need. And they got two bottles of Gatorade, some chips, and some canned meat and crackers. I'm like, that's all you need? He's like, yeah. And so I paid for it. And the thing that got me really upset is, people treat people differently. And I think the whole neighborhood, I think some of the clerks are accustomed to treating people certain kind of ways. So the man said, this debit card is not working. I'm like, it's not a debit card, it's a credit card. So it's not a debit card, it's a credit card. I said, some people in the neighborhood can get a credit card. So he rung it up, y'all. So I went outside and the friend was waiting and we chatted a little bit. And I remember saying, even when you ain't looking out for you, God is always looking out for you. I said, I don't know why I was driving this way, but I said, God must have known that you were going to be at this location. And I said, God is always looking out, even when you don't think God is looking out. And so I said, you take care of yourself. And I said, I'm going to be praying for you. I said, don't be ashamed. I said, because it could happen to anybody. And I said, you are my friend, regardless of what you're going through. And I said, I just pray that you come out of it. And that's all. That's all I could say. That's all I could say. But you never know what God is going to use you for. You don't ever know who you're going to meet. I don't know what God is going to do, but I am going to ask that you all pray for that young man. It's a man. And of course, I'm not going to say who he is or any of that because, again, it's privacy. But God knows who you're talking about. And so just pray for him. I'm going to be praying for him, but pray for him, please. And it hit deep, you all, because, again, I have lost so many friends to hypertension and diabetes and COVID. And so to see this, it's something else, y'all. And he knew, and the thing is, he wasn't trying to hide it. He said, I'm on that stuff. I'm on that stuff. And he said, my mama died and his sister just died. And he was close to his sister. It was his oldest sister. He's the oldest, but it's his oldest sister. She died. And he said, I'm about to lose my wife because she about to divorce me. And y'all, people going through some stuff. People don't get on drugs because they just get on drugs. And that thing, let me say this. God will have you present in places and you don't even know why. And I mean, y'all, I mean, I knew his condition, but it wasn't even about the condition. It was almost like, this is my family. This is somebody I've known since I was 2 years old. And they just out there. And so I moved on. And then I saw his cousin, because I know his cousin. And so we were just talking about folks. And then she mentioned him. I said, you know what? I saw him today. I said, I saw him today. And she said, oh, I said, yeah. She said, oh, so, I told her what happened. And she said, that's a blessing. She said, because I tried to help. And she said, he was talking himself. He was having a conversation with himself to the point where he couldn't hear nobody else. And she said he was out there, and they took him to a mental facility, and they just took him back out, and they gave him a bus pass, and that was it. But she said for the mere fact that you was able to talk to him, that's a miracle right there. And I was like, yeah. And then she said, what did he get? And I just told her, she said, oh, he didn't get no liquor, no nothing. She said, okay. Because his family is really concerned about him too. But all I'm telling y'all is that was some deep stuff. That was some deep stuff. I've seen people, but and this was not a person who was dealing with crime. And no, this person, to see the family, he had a mama, he had a daddy. Oh. And it just look, you never know when God is going to use you. And the only thing I can remember is that God is looking out for you, even when you're not looking out for you. And I said, when you think God is giving up on you, he'll send somebody to help you out and to help you in need. And I'm just telling y'all today that God may be using you to remind somebody that no matter what you're going through, God has not forgotten. God is not forgotten. So, I wanna let y'all know that, because sometimes we think God has forgotten, and God ain't forgot. And God will use you to remind people that, hey, I'm here. And it may not even be a situation where they're on drugs. It may be a situation where somebody is depressed and you speak a word of encouragement, or you been nice to that person when they just really had a crappy day. Just remember, you are God's hands, you are God's eyes, and you're God's feet. And you just never know when God is going to use you. You just never know. And I was confident that that word was placed in good ground, because I truly believe God placed me there. I truly believe God placed me there. And you all, when I saw him, I turned that truck around right away, because again, I had not seen this person since we graduated high school, I guess. And the thing is, he was in his right mind, because according to his cousin, he talks to himself and he don't even know who people are sometimes. And so just know that God could be using you, and just know that even when you don't even think about God anymore, or you think all hope is gone, God has really not forgotten you, and he will send a person or somebody to remind you that he cares. My God, today. And sometimes it ain't even for the person. Sometimes it be for us. Sometimes we need to know, and we need to see a perspective. So y'all, I know that's not the story y'all want to hear tonight, but I could, even with the VS and the Nest thing, I only found out about it a couple of minutes ago, but I didn't have the heart, I didn't have the energy to red ball and see who said what, and I couldn't get at that energy, because at the end of the day, yeah. Oh, he hadn't forgotten them either. He sure didn't. Theme day, y'all. He hadn't forgotten about them either. He sure had forgotten about them. Lord knows he hadn't. They still living. He hadn't forgotten about them. Mm-hmm. He sure hadn't forgotten about them. And so you're right. Well, no, but at the end of the day, it's one thing to be doing your comedy stand up. It's one thing to make the people laugh. You let me say this to them, they y'all. You don't know if I was making that up. You don't know because again, you didn't see those people. And you don't know that man who's smoking that cigarette, it was really him. But you don't know him. And I'm not gonna block you for it. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, what I'm telling you all now is still God ain't forgotten. You're right, God ain't forgot about them people, but I was led to that person that day. So no, why am I gonna block you? I mean, but let me say this, and I never said God had never forgotten them. But the bottom line is you don't know if I was at the Wawa just adding a little sauce to something because you couldn't see the person. Because again, the camera wasn't on them. And truth be told, you don't know even with this person, but this hit different, and I turned around and did what I had to do. So ain't no big whoop. And I went riding in the car. I was actually parked. So yeah. And again, you don't know if those people were real or not. And that's the beautiful thing about it because you don't know if those people were real or not. You don't know if I was just looking and say, okay, what can I think of? So yeah. But you make a great point. But um, yeah, but this person was real. This person was there, and that's what happened. And no, God has not forgotten him, and God hasn't forgotten those people either. So yeah, please don't block me for speaking the truth. Well, you speaking your truth, but again, you weren't at the location. So, but why block you? Interesting. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is QI, but QI, you such a contrary spirit. You know what? You know what, QI? Let me say something. Let me say something. Do your work, QI. Focus on what God is calling you to do, and you do your work. Because if you will do your work like you focus on other people and like you go to rooms always trying to be activists, you will be much better as an activist. But you are a rebel without a cause sometimes. Find your niche and do what you gotta do. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. And like I said, I'm a comedian and I'm always gonna do my comedy. But there are some things that are not comedy. And that was not comedy. But I'm not gonna block it. I'm just telling you. But I wish, and I'm not telling you to be quiet. I'm just telling you to be focused because you focus on everything except what you need to do. So QI, run your race, stay in your lane, and you run it with the baton and you get to the finish line. Amen. And you'll be all right. Fast, can I tell you that seeing your friend in the state has hurt you very much? Let me say this. You remember people how they used to be. This was a vibrant person. This person had a zest for life. Um, this person ran track. Um, and y'all, decisions are so important because sometimes you can make the wrong decision and it can really, really, really take you left. Um, and really, you all, even though he was really frail and thin because of him probably, doing those drugs, I still saw the little boy, the high school student, and I knew how he looked, but somehow I saw that, and I don't know. I mean, he was telling me he just got out of the state pen, and so he was going through a lot. Going through a lot. Going through a lot. So all I will say is, you never know your situation and what you're going through and stuff. But I just thought it was really interesting with that, and just keep people in prayer. You just never know who you're gonna run into and who you're gonna see. And I didn't need to tell him he looked bad, or I didn't need to say anything negative because again, he already know what state he was in. I'm telling you, he said, I'm already on that stuff. And I mean, he already started explaining. And I'm like, you don't have to explain anything to me. But tears ran through his eyes when he was saying that I lost my mama, I lost my sister. And he was really close to his sister. And I just like, wow. And he said, I'm about to lose my wife. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. So you just never know. Just never know, you all. You just never know. Um, but home is good, and it's good to see things, and it's a lot going on, y'all. I've had a really good week. I'm just glad to be where I am, and yeah, yeah. So, but look, I didn't come in to really stay here long. I'm gonna give it 3 more minutes. I might drop the link down, and then I'm gonna move on. I do have to get up early because I'm gonna be meeting my moderator tomorrow, and I'm excited. So, yeah, so that's gonna happen tomorrow. So, yeah, see who the moderator's gonna be. See who the moderator's gonna be. Yes, Lord. So, hey, Bunny, Truett. So, anyway, you all, just in case you missed it, I'm assuming that Ness is upset. The people said because VS is supposed to be coming to Vegas, and I'm like, okay, well, the more the merrier, and it'll give content and all of that stuff. So, hey, don't be upset. Just count it all joy. And if you got something good going on, then you don't have to worry. Amen. You don't have to worry about a thing. You don't have to worry about a thing. So that's what I say to you. And so if VS comes, VS comes. But baby, now let me say this. Now they bringing up DC Gate, baby. And baby, DC, and again, people want these gates to go away. Baby, the DC Gate ain't going away. Ooh, that DC Gate was something else, baby. It was people cooking rice and chicken and putting it in the bag. People dating other folk. They said they was doing a uh, little tickle and tackle, and they was doing many things up in that DC, and people was getting painted. They was dipping in dirty water in the lake. It was a lot going on in DC. There's a lot going on. So somebody bringing up that DC Gate now. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch Ness, but look, I know that people will talk about that DC, and if they talk about that DC, baby, oof, it's a lot to it's a lot to slang mud because that trip was interesting. We didn't know that if it was uh, just for clicks and views. Um, I don't think the people met anywhere, like to have a banquet or something. And it just seemed like it was just where we go. I was on that trip. Mm, I was on that trip. So it was just interesting. I don't, it was an interesting trip. So you saw a few people, but you didn't see people just on the camera hanging out. It was just interesting overall. Somebody said Dookie Gate. It was many things. It was many things, baby. It was chicken and rice in a bag. It was why you leaving me going with somebody else. It was like Love Shack. Okay, they said they was having a little Love Shack, Love Shack. Okay, so it was Love Shack was going on, and oh, they say that DC gate was given a lot. So, but we don't know if they had any gift bags or no swag bags, or they had a reservation at a restaurant. I don't know. Mm, wow, well, it was interesting. I didn't, like I said, I know that people will go there, and again, you know, some of those that Vegas gate was pretty interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. It was a lot of moving parts. It was a lot of moving parts going on with that trip, baby. Well, look, y'all have a good night. I will be on in the morning with that moderator. So make sure you check it, baby. Ooh, the moderator, the moderator. So, yep, we will be on. So, look, y'all take care. Peace and love, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.